John Romeo, CEO of the Oliver Wyman Forum, is joining me now. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks, Trinity.
I mean, this study was very, very in-depth, impressive. What would you say were the biggest takeaways for you? Anything that stood out specifically from your vantage point?
Listen, we're living in an extraordinary time. We've got a fragmented world, a more event-driven world. The change just keeps coming and coming and coming. The business environment is probably the most uncertain, yet the most promising we've seen in memory. And what came through in the report really loud and clear is that mix of the uncertainty and the promise. On the one hand, you've got 54% of CEOs are concerned about government interference, regulation, protectionism, subsidies, and how it affects their business and changes the playing field. But they're not getting overly focused on that. They've really pivoted and are doubling down on growth, looking at the opportunity that comes out of that. And AI is just the most obvious manifestation of that right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's at the forefront of conversations on Wall Street and around the world. But talk to me about what went into the decision-making process, why you chose to partner with the NYSE and its listed companies for this study.
Well, the New York Stock Exchange has an incredible community of corporate America. And we wanted to talk not just about sentiment changes, what's happening to interest rates or the economy. We wanted to get into the real business decisions, how CEOs are responding to that, how they're navigating the environmental, the political, the economic, the technological challenges, and the real hard business decisions they're taking. Where are you making investments? Where are you pulling back from? Where are you really trying to double down for growth?
And you hosted the roundtable discussion this morning. Talk to me about how that went, what the key findings were through that discussion, and how it compared to the survey.
We had a great community of CEOs, and they were really engaged. The themes from the report resonated, but what it allowed us to do was to dig deeper. Because the survey is a point-in-time study. It's the start of a longer conversation. And as we got into the detail, it was digging into AI and whether people were investing for efficiency or for new streams of growth. There's a lot of talk around sustainability, how it's changing decision-making, how it's affecting business priorities, but everyone said it's really driving force in their business. And the biggest thing we got stuck into was investment. And a few years ago, people were worried about the environment, preparing for a recession. Now what we saw was a real level of optimism around long-term, multi-year investments. Really, where are you taking your bets?
And you know, merger volume has really subdued in recent years, but the CEOs ranked acquisitions among their top priorities. What do you take away from that?
3/4 saw it as their top investment opportunity. It was expanding growth. Given the level of change, they wanted to dig in. They want to take advantage of that. The risk, the dislocation that's happening creates tremendous opportunities to add capabilities and to build. And I think CEOs are looking at that. They're looking around and saying, I have to be on the front foot and take advantage of that. And the M&A is a great example and a great proxy for the level of animal spirits. And we're just seeing huge optimism from the CEOs out there.
Thank you so much for joining me today. It was great speaking with you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.